Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here Sunday. Wow, is it a little staticky sounding? What is going on here with my mic? I hear a little like shh in the background. I don't know why. What's happening here? Anyway, welcome on into the show here. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Mr. Sean Hicks. Free picks are free picking on the Twitter universe. Same picks as last night, in case you didn't watch the late night show. They are there for you. They're there in the chat for you to enjoy. And I got to tell you, man, this is really frustrating. I don't know if it's just in my ears. What is happening? Is that any better? I have no idea. It was just, there's the crazy noise again. I don't know what the heck's happening. And it's a new headset. I don't know. Hopefully everybody could hear me. Don't know exactly what's going on. It's craziness. It's mass chaos. Dogs and cats living together. As the saying, Ghostbusters. Hopefully the sound is gone for everybody else. And let's get into the show. More importantly, the picks yesterday. Video picks. Where'd it go? 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, 5 wins, 5 wins. And we rolled up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, 5 losses. Hofstra loser, Southern Indiana, not even in the game. Kansas, guy gets hurt. There we are. Texas, great. Non-cover at the end. UCLA, I'm thinking UCLA in the over or UCLA in the under is looking good. Not so much, my friends. Not so much. We are a miserable 255 and 268 in the video. And that's not all that well. I'm not a mathematician, but we are down close to almost 5 dimes. I'm not going to lie here in the video. I think it's 48. 70, something like along those lines. So, as I said the other day, coming into the tournament, there's no way we're getting even in the video. I'm not going to lie about that. When we were under 500, we weren't going to go 40-0 to get over 500. Premium plays were right around the same record. It's the tournament, and again, this goes back. I mentioned the other day, it was like January 17th with our half point and to about 2.5 points, and it was just a run of 42 and 85. And you think, again, we don't like to hope or assume, and hey, we're going to get lucky. This happens. It doesn't happen. It doesn't always happen. You'd hope the ball, you get the bounce. Yes, that's good thinking. But on the year, I am 495 and 498, and that is a loser. 50% is not going to put money in your pocket. But let's get to today's picks here at the 3:35-ish mark, I guess. So Eastern Kentucky, again, these games, yeah, they might be underway a little bit. We talked about them last night. They were earlier games, but Eastern Kentucky, money line minus 120, Wisconsin minus the 3, Pitt plus the 180. Eastern Washington plus 11.5. Kentucky minus 3. Marquette minus 2.5. Stetson the Hatters minus 2. Oregon Ducks minus 4 in the over 136.5. And Utah Valley plus 4.5. Gonzaga minus 4.5 and the over 156. Everything. It's in the chat. We're rolling along. The static is gone. I feel so much better about myself. And let's check out the comments section. For those in the comments, Jesse Schulzenhouse, shame on me for writing about underdogs when I should have been talking about totals. Unders and 75% clip books are just waking up to the fact. Yeah, I've had a bunch of unders. But we did have a under loser yesterday with UCLA. But the Princeton one got there and the Duke one, never in doubt. Better believe I got some unders today, particularly with totals 145 or higher. Only 2 of the 24 Friday, Saturday games have gone over to 145 combined points. Yeah. And you'd think that, you'd have a little better shooting, right? I think people assume that it's overs are the way to go. But Jess, people like betting the over. I think in these spots, neutral courts, different kind of arenas, teams that haven't played each other, you're going to kind of feel each other out. Whatever your pace is fine. Okay, they're going to run the ball. Well, yeah, they're going to run, try to get up and down. Doesn't mean they're going to hit shots. Doesn't mean the other team's going to allow it. Ms. Baltimore Capper top plays Michigan State. How did he do yesterday here? What was the yesterday? Where was his plays for yesterday there, Ms.? I don't know if I wrote them down. I thought I wrote them down somewhere. I know I got where I thought I wrote those down from the guy from Jeremy's picks. Who's you got today? Michigan State, Xavier over, Indiana, Creighton, his lock parlay. I say Tennessee in the under. Well, Tennessee in the under, I was definitely on with him. He's back licking his wounds. The Miz is back. All I know is, Miz, that a couple people, T-Money, what's up, my friend? 7 Day Steel's in there. Get it, fade it, you'll be a millionaire. Michael's in the house. All I know is that yesterday, Duke and Auburn were two teams that everybody loved. No way they were going to lose. I'm going over Gonzaga, says the Miz. Miami, Florida, over again. Got to take FDU plus the 15. The Gonzaga over, I do like. As much as Jesse just brought up the fact that they've been unders left and right in this tournament, I like Gonzaga in the over there as well. Miami total, I got no real opinion on. And you like FDU and the 16-piece nugget there, huh? From FAU. Where's my play here? I'm a Florida Atlantic guy, but again, I got it at Florida Atlantic at a 12 here. So better than a 15. T-Money, max play on UConn last night. Yes, you said last night that UConn is the lock of the tournament, T-Money. So myself and everybody else included on the UConn bet, run for the hills. T-Money told you yesterday 3 or 4 times your normal bet on Duke, and Golden State was a lock. So tournament play of the year, it is going to go up in flames. T-Money jinxed the entire tournament. Liberty Moneyline, I don't like the lib. I mentioned them last night. I know the game's underway, but you lose at Northwestern on the neutral by 14. You lost at Oral Roberts by 14. You lost at Alabama by 36. I don't know. And we've seen Big Ten play here. I mean, just look at it. We got Indiana still alive. You got Michigan State still alive here. Yesterday we saw Penn State Northwestern battle. You got, I don't know. Michigan was a dogfight versus Vanderbilt. And again, if Michigan and Wisconsin were going to come out and not play in the NIT, they wouldn't be playing right now. Well, Michigan already played their second game, but Wisconsin won't be playing the second game. They would have lost to Bradley. I think they're going to do their thing here. Cleveland State money line against EK. Against me there. I initially wanted to take the Horizon League. I'm like, wow, zero respect for the Horizon League. But we'll see what happens. Pitt money line, yes. We got Pitt money line in the chat for 180. Why do I think they're moving on? Small Rockets Magic money line. I don't hate the little NBA kind of stuff. Again, I told you I like the Bucks in the NBA today. Best bet team. Today's the day you're going to roll. Just call it a feeling. I hope so. I need a roll because I started out really good yesterday. I'm like, look at this. San Diego State, Tennessee, the under. Whippy. Kansas is looking good. Loser. Missouri under was fine, but Missouri, Princeton shocks. Texas can't cover. UCLA chokes down the way. Total goes up in flames. Bama was a easy one there. Miz, I knew when Grand Canyon scored 6 points in 8 minutes, I was in trouble. Yeah, that was a tough. I mean, again, Zaga's going to put the points up. I thought they were going to score 90 in that game, but I thought we'd get a 70-plus out of Grand Canyon. Didn't happen. And the Gonzaga spot is also, I think it's a disrespectful role for them. They got to be like, you got to be kidding me. Like, what are we back to being? Oh, it's Gonzaga. They don't play anybody. This team has played teams in non-conference schedule. We've seen them win in the NCAA tournament and beat teams. Yeah, I think they're going to come out angry. Michael, I'm back on the Rockets +5 today. In first quarter versus the Pelicans, Rockets 3 straight wins and are 6-2. ATS last 8, Magic +6. Thunder money line. Again, Magic, we love the little Magic. We take them. Thunder money line, I get it. Short little line there. And the Rockets one's a little trickier for me just based on they're with San Antonio trying to get that first pick. Is this a game they, lose with? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this the one they mail it in? I know they're home. I get it. Uh, New Orleans has 11 road wins. Like, take the points. I understand. And this is why I don't like the NBA. Like, the Bucks for me were a play on spot. And the lines come down. I don't know. Toronto's off a win in a back-to-back, and they have 12 wins on the road. Milwaukee's off a loss where they were a 16-point home fave, and they lost outright by double digits. So I think this is an angry spot for them to come out and get a win. Lex, keep it a classy. Higgs and a twin. Just the Higster today. Just me. No twin today. Twinsies out. I don't know if the Edwin Diaz news gets him, and I don't know. Brandon Nemo's now going to be out. It looks like. Is he hurt too? Yeah, he needs a day. He needs a day. Miz is locked today. Michigan State, Xavier, and the over Xavier for our guy. That was Jeremy, right, Miss? Michael likes Kentucky today, -2. I agree. Kentucky looks pretty good. Creighton, I understand. I got a Baylor future, but I'm waiting for them to just implode like they have sometimes during the regular season. St. Mary's, whole world's better than UConn. The Mary's bet, I would just money line it. T-Money came in with the kiss of death. It's the lock of the tournament. All we're missing is for King D's wife to say it's a winner, like she did the other night with the game. Wasn't even over yet. Called it a winner. Didn't get there. David's in the house. I believe today might be a high scoring day in the games. Maybe, Dave. I mean, they haven't been so far. First 3 days haven't been. But 4-1 on Friday for our guy, and 4-1. Oh, hold on, 4-1 both days there for Jeremy. Vlad, Kentucky versus K-State. I like Kentucky, Vlad. I like Kentucky. I think they're a team. This is their time of year. They were a little banged up. Guys are playing. It's still a team. Again, I don't love the coach. Talent-wise, better than K-State. And I understand people, if you want to bet K-State, I don't want to talk you off K-State because K-State's a team that has just won all season long. We did their schedule last night. We went over all their big wins. Just for me, I'm taking Kentucky in the tournament. So 4-1, 3-1. I can't go wrong going 7-2, unless his parlays. He told you to parlay a bunch of those, and you might be down. But if he's just doing 2-team parlay and he hit like you said, you should be all right, miss. T-Money. I'm leaning TCU to take out the Zags. I just don't like this year's Zags team, and TCU just had a feistiness about them. Could be. I mean, again, you're saying you don't really love the Zaga team. They lost in OT at St. Mary's, a game they were leading most of the way and just kind of fell apart there at the end to force OT. The crazy loss was Loyola Marymount at home by 1. All right, that one, okay. Let's look at their other losses. Michigan State on a neutral, they win. The next game in Texas, they lose at Texas. They beat Kentucky on a neutral, Portland State on a neutral, lose to Purdue on a neutral, beat Xavier on a neutral, lost to Baylor by 1 on a neutral, beat Alabama by 10 on a neutral. You beat Washington. You beat Kent State out of the MAC. Again, they were a pretty tough team, even though they lost to Indiana. I don't really think you could say they're not a good team. I mean, is losing to Texas bad? I can't say losing to Texas bad. I can't say losing to Purdue was bad because Purdue beat a bunch of teams as well. I know they just lost to FDU, but if we're going to play that stupid game, then there's, If that's a game we're going to play because they lost to Purdue, then FDU is the best team because Purdue beat um excuse me. Yeah. FDU is the best team because they beat Purdue, Purdue beat Gonzaga, and Gonzaga beat Alabama, who's the number one team, and I think Alabama beat Houston. So they're technically FDU would be the best team in college basketball. Don't sell You can't sell this egg short. I thought they'd be a little down too, but they're not. They're not. Cody, Rice total under, sure. K State, Pitt, reverse line. So all right, I don't hate those. I'll money line the Pitt one. You want a money line the K State one? I get it. Marquette as well. UConn, a lot of money lines here. Reverse line there. I don't hate. See the Pitt one. I'd rather just do money line there. And K State as well. I'm more of a money line as opposed to if you want to start laying with those. Under total, FAU and FDU. That could do that one. FAU plays some defense. And again, I know people kind of like FDU here. It's 15 now. FAU's not going to be like, whoa, we got an easy opponent here. That team just beat Purdue. And FAU's in off of a crazy last second kind of win themselves. You think they're going to take something for granted? This isn't a team that's in the tournament every year. And like, oh, this is our seventh time. Let's hope. No. I don't know. As a Jersey guy, yeah, it'd be nice to see Fairleigh Dickinson roll on. As a rational thinker, I think Florida Atlantic wins by 20. Jake's in the house. Good morning. Tough guard today. Do kind of like UConn -4. See if it gets to the window. Other than that, I went through some pizza money. Pitt with you. Yeah, the Pitt is, I think, a team. We've seen it out of the play-in. Make a run to the Sweet 16. Why not Pitt? Dave says he's on Xavier Day. I think Pitt ends their run today. Again, I think the Big East with Creighton and UConn Marquette is as good. I mean, let's be honest. They all win today. Xavier wins today. You could say that they're better than the Big 12. But we'll see how it rolls out. Should be a good game, right? It's underway now. I think we have some good games. At least, listen, we've had good tournament games. Not the best outcomes for me. Again, I'm losing half pointers again and stuff like that. But good games. Good games. Jesse Shule coming in. Rolled with Auburn. They did have a nice first half. Sheeta Sasser was supposed to be hurt, but they combined to score 30 plus. I was 2-2. Everybody was going to be on Auburn. They were on Auburn. The Sasser injury, he was hurt. But again, that's why I liked Northern Kentucky in that first game, getting 19, 20, 21 points on the openers there. Because that's a spot where Sasser's not going to play much, or he shouldn't play. They should just get by on just their talent. They got through that. Now he's off for a week. I don't know. But Jess, you know me. When everybody's in here talking Duke and Auburn, and today with the UConn tournament lock of the century, you just got to go opposite of those. Thank you for the lock, St. Mary's now. Yes, Michael, exactly. I'm taking Miami money line versus Indiana. Again, that can make arguments for either side of that. I kind of like the Hoosiers. I thought the Hoosiers were beginning of a pretty good team. It's tough to say no to my Canes. Totally disrespected all season long. Lock it in with the Kings in the house. Be happy. Baylor today. You like Baylor over the Creighton Blue Jays? I'm more of a Creighton kind of guy here. Give me the Blue Jays over Baylor. And I do have a Baylor future. Yes, but that doesn't mean I'm just going to sit and double up and take them again. Houston, UCLA, Baylor on the 25th off of FanDuel. But today I'm going to pick them. Here we go. I don't have Creighton in the chat. I thought I had Creighton in the chat here. Markel, under UConn. I would do, it's moved a couple points to the under. I don't hate it. Mary's is going to play defense. UConn can play ugly basketball. We've seen UConn not score sometimes. So sure. And the world is on UConn too as well. So here comes a bad shooting day. Cleveland State up 8 in the second half in a little And was that the NIT or that's a CBI, right? Where's my little brackets? Where's my bracket madness? Where's my brackets? Cleveland State. Yes, the 9 seed in the CBI. Discount tire. More like discount basketball. I love it, though. Nick Hunt says FAU money line is easy money. I love it. I love it. Let's see what the FAU money line is here. Nick, I can't even believe you have a computer or a phone to bet on when you do these money line stuffs. Your easy money stuff. I mean, I'm surprised you're not living in a box after the take Iowa minus 32,000. Only let's see, what is this at? 1100 minus 1100 here at Caesars. FAU. Sabres. I'm not worried about the ice today. Though, how about it over? Right, they got Boston today, Lex. Right, they got Boston off a back-to-back. That's your Rockets in the second game of 2-game series. Houston won first game. This has got to be a fade Houston spot. I would think so. And just because they're a team looking to lose. I mean, I can't take them a money line at all. I mean, if you want to take the points, it's one thing. Went 4-0 over the overs yesterday, Ms. NBA. Excellent. Good job by you. I liked the Knicks yesterday. They got it done. Nathan just hit a little over half a unit. I double dipped on EKU Cleveland State under. I don't even know what that score is right now. I know Cleveland State was up. Where is that? It was a 153. I don't know what that line closed at. I don't have the total in front of me right now. I do not know. Michael, I smashed the Grizzlies money line yesterday. I'm still kicking myself for not taking Tennessee. Should have took Tennessee, Michael. Tennessee's for me. Maurice, I'm upset myself because I was looking at the under and Xavier and didn't take it. And now it's 147. Down a 4 spot. That's not good. And when you second guess, and this is what I do, Maurice. Like, I'll bet it and don't. And I think people make the mistake, and I'm guilty as well. You're going to turn on a show or read an article, and you're going to start second guessing yourselves. And I talk about this a lot more with NFL football ahead of time. But I think it kind of plays into a little tournament action too, where you have a day or two ahead with the lines. You like something, bet it. Just bet it. Don't worry about you were ready to bet it at 151. Why'd you wait? Did you see something? Did somebody say something on TV? Did you watch a show? Somebody tweet out something? North Texas 119. Now it's 116. Wow, I got the over. I like North Texas over. 116. Oh, my goodness. I said yesterday I like the over. Just the Hickster today, Lexi. Yes, it is. Gold Eagle. Good afternoon. Who's the next number one to fall? I don't know. I don't know who's the next number one to go down. Where's my let's see here. You're going to have I don't think Houston goes down next round against Indiana, Miami. Although I will look to the dog in that game. Kansas is out. Purdue is out. Now you have Alabama against San Diego State. I got San Diego State. It was a 6.5. I see a 7 out there. So I kind of like the points with San Diego State next week. I'm going to take the 2 dogs in the Sweet 16 against the 1 seeds. And out of the 2 that could go down, I'm going to lean to the Houston one going down only because they seem to be snake bitten in March, whether Sasser got hurt before the AAC championship game, just in the past. So that's a team that just seems like it just can't. Something just goes wrong for them. So out of the 2, that would be it. Lex, Kansas State can ball. They can. They had a great season. I mean, it's March 19th. They're still playing. They got Kentucky here in the second round, or whatever it's called. I still call it the second round because I know I don't know what they call it now, that stupid play-in nonsense. But yeah, they have had a great season. Zach Brown coming. Nuggets win today, or would you stay away? I would definitely stay away from the Nuggets here against Brooklyn. Now, yeah, do they need to win? But they've lost what, 5 or 6, 6 or 7, or something like that. Do I want to lay? It looks real easy to lay 2 points here. I mean, I said the other day, like I said in the chat here, I think I did a free pick video with Lenny or Hannah or whatever I did on the Picks and Parlays YouTube, not on Winning Free Picks. But I said, let's take Brooklyn here against the Kings. It was the same kind of thing. They were a 2-point favorite, 2-point dog. And now you have the same kind of thing. Denver coming to town, they're a 2-point dog. I'm going to lean to Brooklyn, obviously. I don't like betting on teams that are losing, especially baseball starts in a week and a half. You think I'm going to bet teams that have lost 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row? Oh, they're ready to win now. No, you're in a funk. You're in a funk. Look what they did to Texas and Texas. Who's that? Gonzaga? What team we're talking about? Kansas State we're talking? Yeah. Kansas State put up what, the 116 there? That's how you know that it was a different Kansas State team, because it would take them 3 games to score 116 points back in the day. Or not 3, probably 2, 2.5. Untouchables in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Golden Eagle. Next time Golden State plays a road game, I'm all in. Yeah, all in. Hopefully all in against them still. We've been saying that since December about going against Golden State, Golden Eagle. Nathan, give me a little Creighton, Michael Creighton, the author. I saw Relic come across my, I think, Prime. Relic was on Michael Creighton. Michael Creighton do Jurassic Park too, right? He did the Jurassics. You bet your Jurassic he did. Miz, taking 4 overs. Woo! If I lose all 4, I'm really done with college basketball. I'll wait for baseball. Why would we take it? I mean, we just put up that 75% of the games went under. I mean, this is straight out of Let It Ride. What do you like, the odds on Lightning? I mean, 4 overs. At least if you lose all 4. So if you go 1-3 or 2-2, you're still going to bet because the overs are due. I don't know. Oh man, I got to write these down. Miz's overs. Miz overs. Baylor, FDU, Zags, Indiana. Michael coming. I really want to bet Marquette here. I have them in my Final Four, but why is the line 3 versus Michigan State? Because Michigan State's a tough little bunch. I mean, you see, Penn State, Northwestern battled like champs. You got them playing here today. You got Indiana still playing. And I don't think there is, as much as I say Miami's been disrespected, Marquette themselves, where's the respect on Marquette's name? I mean, they got 29 wins. What are we talking about here? I mean, you win the ACC. You win the Big Ten tournament. The Big East tournament. I mean, they've won what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are they, 10, 11 in a row they've won? You take out the loss at UConn, lost by 5. Are we complaining about them losing to UConn? Then they rolled off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more in a row. Lost at Xavier on the road by 4. Not terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight wins. Lose in overtime at Providence. Again, we had Providence that one. That was a fishy line there. We took Providence as a 1-point dog. 1, 2, 3 wins. OT loss versus Wisconsin. Not bad. Again, it's OT. 1, 2, 3 wins. Neutral. 3-point loss Mississippi State. Loss at Purdue when Purdue when they were beating Gonzaga and the UConn, when Purdue was beating everybody. You lost by 5. Where is show me the bad, if the bad loss is losing an OT on the road at Providence when you're coming off a Creighton win. Okay. I guess it's a bad loss. 0 respect for Marquette. 0, much like the Miami team, I think. Nathan, I was sweating Cleveland State, Eastern Kentucky first half under 67. The halftime score 34-32. What are you sweating that for? Never in doubt, Nathan. Never in doubt. I'll take the fun little FDU shot again. No way Lightning strikes twice for Knights. Well, that's what we said about St. Peter's, I'm sure, last year as well. So, got that going on. Rob's in the house. Maybe way off here, but it seems that UConn just kind of took off during the latter part and Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas is definitely a hot little squad there. Okay, but if you saw the Kansas game, they were taking care of business pretty good. And then, I was just talking to Craig Trapp about the game. He was talking about, you have a 10-second violation, up 4. You go down there and score to game 6. Maybe it changes the outcome of that. But, Arkansas can't be a team I take serious because of some of their losses. The Gold Eagle, Zach Brown, that's a winnable game for the Nets. I take Brooklyn in the points. Really? Against Denver. It just, well, you guys are talking about like, oh, why is this line 3 in college basketball? Like, why Denver -2? It screams take Denver. They're due for a win. They've lost how many in a row? Fade the Bruins, yes. Back-to-back spot. Definitely like the over in that Buffalo game, Nathan. Let's see what Lex has to say. Maybe he'll pop up in the chat. Cody, I took Pitt in the points, KC in the points because I think those games are going to be a coin flip. I agree. I got Pitt here at a plus 180 in the video. So I am with you on that. Moneyline Markel says Jesse sure looks like the Xavier coach. Untouchable comes in under Miami. I'm say yes to that. I'd say a lot of these unders, except for the Gonzaga, I kind of like the over in. And in the NIT, I like Oregon over because I think it's a bad spot for Central Florida traveling cross country there. And it says a dime, no thanks. A dime on what? What are we putting a dime on? I took BC. Boston Bruins, first period puck line -150. I don't like that one. We're coming in with a little Capitals on the ice. Cold cash on the ice from Lex. Again, ice today for me would be probably Buffalo over with Boston in a back-to-back and an early start time there. You want to take Washington. Lex, did you say this last night, Washington? Were you in the chat? Because someone else said Washington. I was like, you're going against the Wild here. Getting wild with Terry. How about Columbus plus $3? Can you take a $3? Only easy money I know of started the late great Rodney Dangerfield. Yes, Joe Pesci was in easy money too. Rob, deal. Easy. I love when people thought it's easy money. Cody, Pitt, Grandbo's are going to be a force for them in AC next few years. Can't wait to see them build around them. Well, let's see. Are they going to stay? Are they going to leave after a year, 2 years? That's the problem with guys. They leave. Maybe they go and transfer to North Carolina. I don't know. Lex, Nathan, Bruins on back-to-back. Also, they're trading wins, same like Caps and Wild. Yes, I agree, Lex. Jesse, Markel says the Xavier coach, Sean Miller. Sean Miller's like 60. Next week, I'm going to break Derrick Henry's NFL Combine bench press record. Jesse Shaw, if you didn't know, threw up a 25. Was he like a 25 or a 30 clip on the 225 bench, Jess? Jesse, my neighbor, he's going to Thailand. He's like, yeah, I'm going over there to look at some property. He's buying a visa for $27,000, and he's like, you should go there. It's cheap living in Thailand. I mentioned you. It's like, I got a buddy who lives out in Thailand. Nathan, early games equal unders. I agree, and I'll say that NCAA games equal under because they're 75%. Now, if you missed out on the first 75%, you have to take each game individually now. You can't just say, let's just bet all the unders blindly. Doesn't work that way. Rob, learn the baseball streak thing from an old timer long ago in Vegas. It's done me okay over the years. Learn, don't anticipate. Rob, seriously, that is one of the things, and an old timer taught me that too, where it gets to that 3 games, win or lose, you're riding the streak. Now, obviously, with the win streak, some teams are going to be. Me personally, I'll go to a run line. I'm not going to be laying 180 or anything close to more than that. But yeah, the streak, it's right. It happens. How many times, and we'll talk about baseball. We're going to talk about it in a week, basically. They dropped 3 in a row, but, here they go. No team. How many teams lose 5, 6 in a row all the time? Every day has a 4, 5, 6 game win streak. They have 4, 5, 6, 7 game losing streak. Same thing. And then you get lucky with that 10, 11, 12 game win streak or a big 10 game losing streak. Printing press. And that is how you go 20 games under 500 in baseball and make 3,000 because you're taking dogs. Michael, Mike Ray did Jurassic Park books as much as I like the original movie. The books are better. I did not read the Jurassic books. I enjoy the Jurassic movies. Well, actually, the first one, second one. I can't get the newer ones I saw with the kids. I didn't even see the last one. I couldn't even do it. Miz, Xavier and over looking good right now with Michigan State waiting. Xavier is underway right now. What's the Xavier score? Give me Xavier update here. Kansas went scoreless in 3.5 minutes. Yeah, it's tough to overcome. Teams go scoreless. Believe me, I had Drake scoreless the last 6 minutes of a game. Cost me a cover. Milwaukee versus Stetson over the total or under 156.5. I just like Stetson. We got Stetson in the chat minus the 2, Cody. Gold Eagle, Princeton making the Final Four. No. As blatantly as I just threw out a giant no there, let's be honest. They have a team in Creighton or Baylor who are going to come in and be like, Princeton. I mean, I could see a win, believe it or not, against one of those teams. Jesse, I know a guy who's quietly 10-1 last NHL. That guy has the Rubber Duckies as a home dog. Yeah, little ducks on the ice. And he's taking a home dog against the Canucks. I like it. Creighton minus 105. Degenerate. I like Creighton myself. I bet Creighton. Yes. I got a Creighton a plus 1.5. Cody says Bruins money line. No, absolutely not. Bruins money line on the road, laying 175 in a back-to-back. That is a no. No in every sense of the word. Vegas laying $3. Minus half in the first period. That one, I don't hate minus half in the first period. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with minus half going to first. Sure. I was hoping that wasn't a money line. The Rangers minus 255 money line. I'm going to say a no to that. I'm not laying 255. Vancouver, we're going to say no because I got a guy who's 10-1 last 11, likes the Ducks today. Minnesota Wild, I can say puck line too because I don't want to lay 170 or 160. And Tampa Bay first period over New Jersey, a half. New Jersey's off a loss, I believe, because everybody, I think, liked New Jersey the other day against Florida. They were in a pick-em kind of spot. Untouchable coming in. Fake Jets are the lock of the NHL. Really, Winnipeg today, huh? So St. Louis is the play. I'm a Blues fan. Those guys, for no other reason, sweep the regular season. I don't know. The lock just tells me to take St. Louis. Let's go USA and World Baseball Classic. I haven't watched a lick of that. Xavier 30-24, live total is 160. All right. We'll see what happens in that puppy there. Is that halftime yet? Creighton money line, Gene? Yes. I bet Creighton. Xavier's up 30-24. T-Money. Sure. I'd like to thank you for jinxing Xavier over. Thanks there, Jeff. Right, seriously. Come in. It's a lock. Pitt was down 12, but fighting back. What's this? It's the first half. This is, and I say it all the time, bet it, forget it. I'm not sitting here. I mean, besides the fact that I'm doing a show with you guys, I'm getting out of here today. And yeah, there's a bunch of games. I'm going to buy some shoes for a suit. So that's all I'm doing today. I'm not gonna sit and watch these games. You can't do that. You can't. You drive yourself crazy. Stop it. Set towards the top over team in college basketball this year. Yes, but we're on a neutral. It's a tournament. I do like Stetson, man. So, I mean, listen, score at will, baby. I need you to cover the 2. Cody, you told me to donate your money when I said Princeton getting the Final Four, winning it all. I did. I did. I said it was a donation, and here we are. And I think they will have a shot against Baylor or Creighton because either one of those teams are going to be off a tough game with whoever wins. They're coming off a tough game. And I think their mentality will be like, oh, it's Princeton. I think Baylor is up and down enough where they'll overlook them. And I think Creighton is young enough where they won't take them serious. So, yeah, a final not say a Finals 4 spot because they'll have Alabama probably lurking. Even though I like San Diego State in the points. But yeah, I thought. Listen, we'll go back to that Arizona game. Arizona just did not put him away, and it bit him in the butt. What are you gonna do? Robert, Prince is probably the smartest team. Probably. They are Princeton guys. Nathan says Oregon minus the 4. I do like Oregon. I like the over there. I don't like, and that line's come down. I got Oregon minus 5.5, so I got a bad number. Uh, again, Florida traveling. I mean, is that like one of the craziest travel spots? I don't like. I don't like them in that spot. Gene's coming in. TCU for me and you. TCU. I'm going to say no to the TCU game here. I like Gonzaga. I have the over with Gonzaga right here. Gonzaga 4.5 in the over. I think Gonzaga's playing a disrespected card, being a 3 seed. I ran off their schedule, their big wins, battle tested, tournament tested. And TCU, we've seen them kind of flop a little bit or struggle. Interstate Stepper says Kentucky money line. I do like Kentucky. I got them minus a 1.5 and a minus 121. Kentucky. Not sure what that line is right now. Is it still a pick 'em? It's a 2.5 now. Wow. All right. Miz says it's going over, Jesse. Michael, I bet Xavier minus 4.5. I'll say the Pitt is more of a second half team. Well, we're going to find out. It's Xavier's out to a lead here. We'll see what happens with Pitt. Gene says, I like TCU in the spot. I think they play too fast for the Zags. You think TCU plays too fast for the Zags? I mean, a Gonzaga team that has put up, we'll go through a couple of their other scores. I mean, they got to 80 twice in 2 of the last 3 games. We'll throw out the 100 versus Chicago State. 97, 97, 108, 88, 99. OT was 78-70 against St. Mary's. 88, 82, 99. The crazy game Loyola Marymount was 68-67. 115, 75, 81, 77, 111, 120 against the no-name. 85, 100 against Alabama. 88, 88 versus Xavier. 102 again. Another 88 against Kentucky. 104 North Florida. This is a team that scores. I mean, it's tough to say play too fast when you, I don't know. I just obviously I'm disagree with that when I got to score a team that scores 88 points a game versus a team that scores 75 points a game. And you see TCU's faster? Maybe they play faster, but Gonzaga makes shots. I don't know. They make 53% of their shots. Insane. Michael, if you're looking at dress shoes in the Nordstrom rack, has good deals on nice shoes. I got to go to the boat section, Michael. I got a 14-foot. Nordstrom don't really carry big boy sizes. I either got to hit casual whale or I got to go to the tall and fat, hefty, the husky section, like Macy's or Penny's. I need big shoes. Where am I going? I don't have. Hi, I pound basketballs. What do you think I got on my feet? Like I'm a size 10. Jameis. Pittsburgh better start playing defense. They can't score. Yeah, they look like crap. My plus 180 up in flames. I believe it or not, I already marked it on a loss here on my sheet. Same with my Eastern Kentucky. I'm going to grab the Zags first half -2, says Michael. Gonzaga's great first half team, and TCU off that emotional win might come out a little sluggish. I think that Gonzaga's going to roll them out, and that is that. I like Gonzaga in the over. My Walmart deliveries is on its way. Yay. T-Money. The Zags are soft like Zona and TCU with their physicality at plus 150. You think the Zags are soft? I don't know if they're soft, bro. I mean, I just ran by who they've beaten. Your Walmart delivery is on its way. Hey, your delivery from Walmart was left outside the front door. Hey, your Walmart delivery is complete. Here's a picture of your delivery. Remember the old days you get charged by the text? Any old people here? Remember like free nights and weekends? Anybody remember that kind of stuff? after 9 o'clock. Verizon calls are free. What is it? Northern Kentucky is a 1-point game, you're saying here? East Northern Kentucky. EKU's a 1-point game. Really? All right. I don't know. I saw they were down earlier. Cody, Pistons money line. Heat looked terrible yesterday. I'm a underplayer when it comes to Heat games. And again, you're getting 10. I don't want to lay 10 with the Heat on. Miami's got 14 road wins. So 21 times they couldn't win at all, and now they're laying 10. Take the 10. I know. Listen, Pistons are bad. I don't know if I'm going money line, Cody, but 10 I think is worth a shot for sure. Yes. All right. Do a quick little. Well, we got another T-money. Eastern Kentucky's going to win. Unbelievable. Against Cleveland State. Is that going to be a win? I don't know. Let me know what happens here. I got EKU minus the 120. I thought it was a loser. I don't know. What do we got here? I'm showing a tie. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. All right. So, going forward tonight, we'll have a late night money tonight. Look ahead line show, I guess it would be, because we have your Sweet 16 lines will be ready. We'll run through the Sweet 16. And this week we will hit on some more. We're not hitting on some more. We're going to bring up what we were having in the chat that we had some Major League Baseball stuff we put out. It'll be about a month. About a month ago we did it, I guess, right? The end of February, 3 weeks ago. Free Minds in the house, my Mafia brother. What do you say? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Gold Eagle, Cody Wickman. The Heat are the worst ATS team in the league. I take the Pistons. Again, it's 10 points. 10 points. They got 14 wins. They've lost 21 games on the road. They won 14. I don't know what the record is. I know it's 14 wins. Even if they're 14-0, they are still 14 and 21 ATS in my eyes, because probably on the road they're going to be favored because they're Miami. Rob, look headlines will be at 11 p.m. Eastern, as always, the midnight show. It's at 12 p.m. It's late night money, midnight money. 12 on the East Coast, 11 Central, 9 for those in Cali and West Coast Pacific time zone area. Kentucky Gonzaga is your two-teamer, untouchable. I like it. I like both, yes. I like both. And that's it. Let's wrap this up. Wrap it up. EKU is underway. Wisconsin is underway. Pitt is underway. Coming up shortly, Eastern Washington plus 11.5. Kentucky minus the 3. Marquette minus 2.5. Stetson minus the 2. Oregon minus 4 in the over 136.5. Utah Valley plus the 4.5. Gonzaga minus 4.5 in the over 156. Yes, these lines could have moved, possibly. They were from the late night show last night. I'm not doing up to date because we don't just change the things. We can't do that. That's not how this works. That's why sometimes we have stale lines. Sometimes they win. Sometimes they lose. Always the truth. Win or lose, though, folks. But have a happy Sunday tonight. Hope to see you. We'll talk some Sweet 16